Have you ever wanted a website where clients could come and easily browse through your different kind of trips, destinations, and activities that your travel company has to offer? My name is Jason Kenya, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to build your own travel and tours website. So whether you're a travel agency, a tour guide, or anyone looking to go on tour, you are in the right place. Let me show you what we'll be covering in today's tutorial. First of all, I'm going to be showing you guys a website or a platform where you can get a very affordable hosting, which is going to protect, rank, and store your website as it is live on the internet. Then after that, I'm going to show you where you can get your very own .com domain name for free, which is going to uniquely brand your website as it's on the internet. In this video, we are going to be using WordPress to build a website. WordPress is the most powerful website builder on the web, and it powers over 43% of websites on the internet. So that's what we'll be using. After that, we are going to be using a free plugin called WP Travel Engine to transform our website into a travel and tours booking website where you can display your trips, activities, and destinations to your clients, and your clients can also make live bookings and reservations for these trips on your website. This plugin will also allow you to manage your travel company by viewing bookings made on your site, to allow you to view your customers, your coupons, and inquiries made on your site. So if you stick with me to the end of this video, you not only have a beautiful website that displays your travel agency, but also have a travel system where customers can book trips. Before we proceed, let me show you what the website we'll be building looks like. Alright guys, so this is the website that we are going to be building, as you can see on your screen. So let me take you through it. Okay, so at the first section we have a top bar. Okay, so this is our header with our logo, which I'll be providing for you in some files that you can download from my website. We have the page links, so we have home, about, contact, blog, activities, trip types, and then destinations. And then we have a my account button. This button will allow you to either log in or sign up before you be allowed to book trips. Okay, and now this is the main hero section. Okay, so we have a beautiful background with some designs. I'm going to show you where I created this and how you can create one for yourself. Then we have this button, okay, but it's not linked to anything. It says explore the world. Then we have our main heading, tab heading, and then we have this trip search. Okay, this trip search, so you can search for trips based on these parameters, based on your destination, based on the activity. Okay, so you see destinations, Canada, Greece, etc. And we have based on days, so you can set this up maybe based on price, some other parameters as well. And then here we have a search button. So once you finish setting everything up, you can just click on search, and then you go to, I'll show you how this works when we are building our site. All right, so here we have this beautiful woman. I'll show you where I got this image with this ratings here, and then this icon box here as well. So when we move to the next section, we see our different payment gateways on the site. So we have PayPal, Stripe, Bitcoin, Visa, Pioneer, Cash App, and then Discover. Okay, so these are all the payment gateways. Then when I go down, we have a section for popular destinations. Okay, so we have Japan. If you click on it, it's going to take you to its trip. So we have one trip, South Africa, Canada, Greece, and then all these different destinations that your travel agency or your travel and tours website is going to provide. So you can click on this button to move through or to navigate. All right, now let's move down to the next section. So we have trips that are recommended. Okay, so this is the first trip. We have a trip here with 10% off, another trip here, and another trip with all their prices. Okay, as you can see, there's a sale here. Okay, so it's gotten like some number of dollars off. All right, so now let's keep going down. So the next section here is this section which talks about the company's stats. So we have happy clients, destinations, global branches, and then campaigns over here. Then we have the next section over here. Okay, so we have this info section with these two images. I'll show you where you can get all of these images for free, and where you can create designs like this for this website or for any websites you are building. All right, now let's go to the next section, which is this one. And over here we have this image here with the customer service number and some more pictures. Then you have a heading, a description, and an icon boxes with different information. The little starfish here as well. And then the next section, we have popular destinations with showing the number of trips under these destinations as well. And then here we have this section here which talks about easy payments. Okay, so here is a heading, here is a few icon check boxes. This is payment gateways, and then this is an image. Okay, so on the next section we have let me scroll. The next section we have the reviews. Okay, so here is the same style icon box. We have a title, subtitle, and then we have the reviews from different people, okay, with this nice background style. And then lastly we have our footer. Okay, so this is basically the home page for the site, and there are so many other pages we'll be covering, but I don't really want us to waste that much time for the intro section. Okay, so I want us to get to building it right away because I don't want the video to be too long. But you see all the other pages as we go through and we build the site. Alright, so now before we proceed, I want to talk to you guys about some of the things you are going to need before you can start building this website. Alright guys, so the first thing which you are going to need is a hosting server. A hosting server is a server which is running 24/7, and it stores all the files of your website, from images to text to databases. It stores everything about your website on the internet, and it's running 24/7 so that anybody can search up your website and view it from anywhere in the world at any time. So if you get a good hosting, or if you buy a good hosting, you're going to get some perks. The first one is the hosting server is going to protect your site against malware, hackers, those malicious kind of attacks on your website. It's also going to rank your website high among all the other websites with similar content on search engines like Google and Bing. And then lastly, the hosting server is going to let your website load fast when people search for it. Okay, so when they go to your site, it's going to let everything about your site load fast. Your site is not going to be slow. And if you get a bad, cheap, and crappy hosting, you're basically going to get the opposite of everything I'm saying. So where can you get a good hosting from? You can open a new tab, and then in the search section, just type in hosting jar. Okay, type in hosting jar, and then it's going to bring you over to this page. So just scroll down on this page until you find hosting jar over here. Okay, this is a very good hosting service. It's the one I use personally. So just click on it. I feel like they're very fast, efficient, and reliable with their hosting. Okay, so they are running a deal. Okay, these are their deals over here. Okay, so as you can see, you have the 299 deal over here. This premium one is a very good deal. You're saving 75%, and you're only paying 2.99 dollars per month for 48-month term. So as you can see all the perks that you get over here, and you can just choose the plan. Once you buy it and you pay this, then you have access to their hosting. And then hosting jar also provide domains. Okay, so when you buy a hosting, you can come and type in the domain name you want. Okay, so your domain name is going to give your site a unique identity on the web. So whether it's something like google.com or jasonkenya.com or youtube.com, your domain name will identify your site on the web. So you can enter your domain name here, okay, to see if it's available, and then you can just search it. But mostly when you buy a hosting for the first time, they are going to give you a free domain. As you can see, they're going to give you a free domain. So this is also a plan that you can choose, and then you can get the hosting and the domain from the same place. All right, so after that, the next thing you are going to need is a fresh WordPress installation on your domain, and then once you have that, we can start building our website. All right guys, so once you have your domain ready and WordPress is freshly installed on your domain, and you want to access your dashboard, your WordPress dashboard, all you have to do is go to your website link. Okay, so this is my website link for the sites we are going to be building in today's video. And if you want to access your WordPress dashboard, just type in /wp-admin. Okay, just type in this, and once you type the link in, it's going to take you to your WordPress dashboard here, as you can see. So here I'm just going to enter the username I used to set up the WordPress, and then a password. So that's what you do here. Type in your username and type in your password. So I'll type in my username here, Jason, and I'll type in my password. Okay, let me just type in my password real quick, and then I'll just click on login. Okay, so if you get both your username and your password correct, it's going to take you to your WordPress dashboard, as you can see over here. Okay, so let me just close this real quick. Just close this. Good. Now this is your WordPress dashboard over here. This is the most important page of WordPress. It's basically where everything happens, where you can access everything. Okay, so this is the dashboard. Right now our dashboard looks quite congested and confusing, and I like everything, organized. So I'm going to clear this. Okay, and if you want to clear everything, yeah, you can just click on these little arrows to close all of this up, and this, you can just click on this to close it. Then, or another way you can do it too is to just select screen options from here and uncheck everything. If you want everything back, you just check it again and it's going to bring everything back for you. Okay, so that's how that will work. Now let's go through the site a bit, real quick. If you go to updates, okay, go to updates. This is where you can view all the pending updates on your site. So whether WordPress has an update, whether a plugin has an update, whether a theme has an update, you can view all of that from here and then make all the updates here instead of doing it one by one from each of the pages. Now let's go to post. Any blog post that you write on your site, you're going to find it here. And if you wanted to add a new post, you will click on this to add a new post. Okay, you can also add categories for your post. So like if you're creating a sports website, your post, if you wrote a post about football, then that post category can be for football. Okay, then we have tags as well. Okay, so you can add tags to your post. Now if you go to media, any file you upload to your website, whether it's a picture or any other kind of file, you're going to find it here, and you can click add new media file to add a file to your website. Okay, so let's go to pages. Now any page you create on your site, whether that's a home page or an about page or a contact page, basically all the pages on your site that you create, you are going to view them over here. If you wanted to add a new page, you will click here or here to add a new page. Comment. If someone comments on a post or on something you allow be commented on, you'll be able to view all of them from here. Okay, now let's go to appearance. We'll come here a bit later for appearance and plugins. Okay, now let's go to users. Apart from you, who is the main user on your site, you can add a new user over here, or you can view existing users on your site. If you click new, you can add a post, media, page, or a user from here. Okay, now you can go to profile as well, and then you can change things about your profile. So I mainly like using this interface, the modern one, because it's modern, but I'm just going to stick with default. You can change your first name, your last name, your nickname. You can change your email, your website, and then every other thing over here. Now let's go to settings. Okay, let's change a few things. When I was setting up the WordPress, I named my site Traveler, but you can name it differently over here. Okay, now for the tagline, it should be a short description. It's what's going to appear by the site title. Okay, so it should be a short description. So I'm going to make mine traveling is healing. I know that's some way, but that's what I'm using. All right, so if you have a site icon, we call it a fav icon. It's basically this icon that you see over here. All right, so that's also there. And then let's scroll down. For membership here, select anyone can register. Okay, then scroll down till you find time zone and change it to your local time zone. I'm in Ghana in Accra, so here I'll just select Accra as my time zone. I'll leave the date format the way it is. And here I'll select this one because I like the capitals. And here the week starts on Sunday. Okay, so I'll click on save changes. Now let's go to permalinks, right? Yeah, let's go to permalinks, and then over here, yeah, this should be on post name. Okay, in case it's on any of the other things, make sure it's on post name so that WordPress uses the name of the post of the or the page to structure the permalink instead of using the day and name or the month and name or any other thing. Now let's go to appearance and go to themes. Okay, so the theme is the main part of your site. It's what's going to judge how your website is going to look like. The best way I can show you what this is if I open this page in a new tab, right? So when I do that and I go to that tab, this is what our site is looking like currently. Okay, but if I change the theme, you are going to see that our site is looking different. Let me go back to that page. Now that I'm back here, if I just, let's say I activate this theme over here instead of this one, right? And then I go back to our site here and then I refresh it, you're going to see that now the look of our site has changed. Okay, so this is what themes are. Themes change the look of your website. Now for this website, we are not going to be using any of these themes. So what I'll do is I'll click on the theme, and here I'll click on delete and click on OK. And I'll click on this theme, I'll click on delete and click on OK. And here you can click on add new theme, right? Okay, and once you do that, you can add any of the themes over here. Okay, so you can add any of these themes here, or if you have any theme you want to use, you can search for it over here and add it. Okay, but the theme we are going to be using in this video is a different one. So open a new tab, then there's going to be a link in the description and on my website for the theme we'll be using in this video. So just go to your address bar and then paste in that link and then hit the enter key. Okay, so this link is going to take you to the page of the theme we'll be using in this tutorial. All right, so as you can see, this is the theme we'll be using. It's called Travel Monster. All right, so we are going to be using this theme to build our travel websites in this tutorial. It's a great theme that gives you a lot of flexibility to build the travel website that you are looking for, and I think you can actually use it to build any other kind of site because it's one of the best themes that I've seen out there. So if you want to download it, you just click on get it now. Okay, they are going to enter your email and then your name. So let me just enter my name and I'll click on download now, and they are going to email you the plugin. Okay, they are going to email it to your email address. So this, they're asking you to purchase your like for a purchase confirmation. Okay, because this one is free, so that's why they are saying free over here. That means total is 00. All right, so now I'm going to open a new tab and go to my email. You can see I have a purchase receipt from WP Travel Engine. Okay, so if I click on that, this is this is the whole thing here, and this is the Travel Monster theme. So when you click on this, you can download it to your computer, or if you go back to the site, they also say that please download using the link below under the product section, so you can download it from here. So when you click this link, it's going to download the file to your computer. So I will just save it to this folder. Okay, so this is my theme, so I'm going to save it here, and then once I do that, now I'm going to have the theme downloaded to my computer. So let me show you how to upload it to your site. All right, so make sure you're on appearance, themes, and you have this page. Then you can just click on upload theme and then click on choose file. Then I'm going to go to the location where we save the plugin, the theme here. So I'm going to open it and then click on install now, and it's going to install the Travel Monster theme to my website. All right guys, so as you can see, it's done installing. So here I'll just click on activate to activate the theme, and then now very good, now the theme is installed, right? So if I go to this page again, then I refresh it, you're going to see that the look of our site is going to change completely because the theme, the theme has changed. All right, so as you can see now, the look of our site has changed because our theme has changed, and that's what I was trying to explain to you with themes earlier. All right, so now let's go back, and then first of all, let's close these notices, and then here we have some themes they want us to begin installing, and we can make some settings to the theme, which we'll be doing later in the video. But I want to show you guys how to install the main plugin we'll be using in this tutorial. If I go to plugins, you're going to see that I already have some plugins on my website. These come with Hostinger. I mean, actually all of these come with Hostinger, but I recommend you to install Lightspeed Cache. All right, so here if I click on add new plugin, I can add a plugin to my site, and plugins are basically software that add extra features to your site. So I can have a website like this which is plain, but if I want it to have a travel and tours booking system, then I would install a travel and tours plugin, and that would make my site a travel and tours website. I hope you get it. So you can search for plugins that you need over here. For us here, we'll be clicking on begin installing plugins. Now we're not going to install everything. I want us to take it step by step. So we'll be installing WP Travel Engine, WP Travel Engine add-ons for Elementor, and then the Elementor website builder. We'll be installing these three first. So go to bulk actions and click on install, and then click on apply. All right, now it's going to install all these plugins onto your website. These are the three main plugins that we'll be using. So here we'll go to plugins, and then we'll go to installed plugins, and let's go and activate these three. So here I will select hold on, here I was I'll go to install plugins again, and then I think I'll go to inactive. Let me see. Yeah. So here I'll activate this one here. I'll click on it to activate it. And then it's going to bring me to the Elementor page. I don't want to be here, so I'll just go back. Then I'll activate this one as well. So I'll activate the WP travel engine. Then hold on, let me open a new tab. All right, let me go back to my site again. So I'm going to go to my website link, because I actually want us to go through the setup wizard, but we have to, enable that last plugin. So let's wait for it to load. Then we'll go back to plugins and then click on installed plugins. And because we've activated Elementor, we can activate the WP travel engine Elementor widgets. Okay, so let's just activate this one, and then after it's done, we can go through the setup wizard. So now that it's done, I'm going to close this and then go back to this page. So this is the setup wizard. So here we'll just click on let's get started. Now, based on what your trips currency is, the universal currency which we all deal with is dollar. But if you want to change it to your country zone, there's no problem with that. So I can search for cedi, because it's the Ghana cedi, and I can just put it there. Okay. Now the currency symbol or the code. So you can decide to use a symbol or a code here. Okay. So for me, I think I want to use, I think I want to use the symbol instead of the code. Okay. Now you can add 1,000 separator if you want it to be comma or whatever you want. You can do that. Okay. So here I'll click on continue. Then we'll go to email. So you can configure sales notification email and inquiry notification emails. What this means is that whenever there's a sale or there's an inquiry or a question on your site, you can choose an email that they will be sending it to. Okay, so if you turn this on, it's going to disable you from receiving these emails. So we'll leave this off, and then you can add in this email. Okay, and then enter the email addresses that should receive a notification. So you can separate them with a comma. So I can type in comma and then type in another email here. Okay, so I can type in my second email with no spaces, and then you can enable the inquiry email. So if you want to send inquiry notification emails to the customer as well. So here, this is where you enter the mail address from which the purchase receipts will be sent. Okay, so the from email, you can also use the same admin email as well. Okay, good. Now here I'll click on continue, and we go to pages. So for the checkout page, we can leave that on default. Terms and conditions, the thank you page, just leave everything on default here. If you have other pages you want to add, you can, but advise that you leave everything on default here and click continue. Now let's go to payments. Okay, so we can do book now, pay later payment gateway. You can enable PayPal because PayPal is global, but it doesn't work in Ghana, and you can enter a merchant IDs. Here it's very easy to get those. Okay, so premium gateways too are there. So if you click on this, I think it's going to take you to a new tab where you can view the premium gateways. Okay, so if you come back to their site, and then you can do the WooCommerce payment gateways, or you can do the Stripe payment gateways, the PayPal Express, PayU, Pay Here, Midtrans, Himalayan, PayFast, and all these other gateways will be here for you. So once you go to pricing, okay, when you go to pricing, you can buy a plan, whether it's annually or it's lifetime. You pay this per month or per year, and then when you buy it, it's going to give you access to all of these add-ons for an amount of time. All right, so first starts with $35, then 24. They say this is the best deal. Now let's go back to that page here, and then we'll click on continue. Now as you can see, it says our site is ready. So here you can create your first trip. Let's click on go to dashboard. Okay, let's click on go to dashboard. Here we can skip. Okay, let's skip this for now. And then as you can see, now we have the WP travel engine here. All right, so now I want us to kind of go through the theme first of all before we go through the plugin and then build our trip. Okay, so to do that, we'll go to appearance, hover on customize, and then open the link in a new tab. All right, so you can do that way, I think. And if you go to appearance and you go to travel monster over here, I think you can also change some of the settings from here as well. Yeah, you can change the site identity, the colors, and then everything. Right, so here I'll click on a new tab, And then this is the customizer. Okay, so it's currently loading right now, but this is where we can make changes to our theme. Alright guys, so this is what the customizer looks like. So let's go through these options really quick. The first is site identity. The first thing they're asking us for is a logo. Now I already have my logo created, and there are many online platforms that you can use to create logos for your site. And one of the best examples is Canva. And if you go to my YouTube channel here, I have a lot of videos where I use Canva to create logos and teach how to create logos. The main one is this one and this one. Okay, so these two tutorials here, I teach how to use Canva to create logos. Don't forget to check them so that you can create a logo for your site. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. All right, for most or almost all the videos I do, I always have a link in the description to the files that I use in the video. Okay, so whether it's images or custom CSS files, I always leave a link in the description for all the images that I used. Okay, so if you want to access them, open a new tab, and then in the search box type in jasonkenya.com. Okay, so type in this link, which is also my website link. So once you are on my website, just scroll down. Okay, so if it's the latest post, because I often create blog posts for all of my videos, it's going to be somewhere here. Or if you don't find it here, the link for that video, the link to the post for that video will be in the description. All you have to do is click on read more, and then once you do that, it's going to take you to the post page. As you can see, so you can read through the post, okay, to get some insight. And here you see something like download images used. Okay, so once you click on the download button, it's going to download as a zip file onto your PC. They are going to have to extract that. So let me show you what that looks like. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've saved the zip file to a certain folder on my computer. So once you open your file explorer, you're going to find it, where you saved it. Alright, so we have to extract it. So I'll right click on it, I'll click on extract here, and then I'm just going to rename it to travel images. You don't have to do that, but I would like it if it had this name. Now I'll select everything. As you can see, all the images I used in building the site are here, from logos to just images and all assets. Everything is here. Okay, so we have to upload all of this to our site. Like I said earlier, any file you upload to your site will appear at the media library. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this window small. Okay, I'm going to make this window small, and I'm going to go to select logo here, and I'll select it again, and I'll use my keyboard. I'll hit Ctrl A to select all of the images in the folder. Now just drag everything here. Okay, so alright guys, so as you can see, all the 79 images have been successfully loaded onto the site now. So we are going to scroll all the way down, and then for the logo, I think is this one. Yeah, so I'll select this one here, and then I'm going to extend it like this. Okay, and I'm going to click on crop image. Okay, so once it does that, the image is going to be brought there. So for the site title, we'll click on this to enable to hide the site title. We'll increase the width of the logo. Okay, with this slider you can increase it, and then we don't want to show the tagline as well. You can select a site icon, we call it a five icon. Okay, so you can scroll down again, and then this is the five icon. Okay, I'll just click on select, coming here, and it's going to add the five icons. So this was going to look like, and then we are not really dealing with site title anymore, so we can leave here, and then then go back. All right, so let's go to general. The container, with the general container, we want it to be 100. This, the height is fine. Then sidebar, the sidebar layout, let's just leave this the way it is. We're not customizing any sidebars right now. Buttons too, we can leave them, we can come back to that later. And the scroll to top too, we can leave it. Okay, now let's go to colors. Now the main colors which I'm going to be using on my site are these two colors, this pink and then this blue color. Now if you want your own custom color palette, you're not too sure on the colors to use, you can open a new tab, and then you can go to this website. It's Go to your address bar and type in colors or coolers School. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either colors or it's coolers. It's one of them. Okay, so here just click on start the generator. And once you do that, it's going to generate all these mini colors for you. I'm going to leave a link of this in the description. Okay, so if you click on space bar, it's going to be generating multiple colors for you. Then here you can click on this to save a color once you sign in, that is. Then you can even click on this to view similar colors, that color. Okay, so it's a very useful tool. And I'll also be leaving you a link to my color picker in the description. I use it a lot. Okay, so it's an extension for Chrome. Okay, so when I click on the color picker and I click on pick, when I click on the color picker and I click on pick, it's going to allow me to pick any color I want from any part of the site. So I can select this color here, add it in as my secondary color. Then for my main color, I can just go to the color picker again. Then I can pick the pink one. I'll copy it. And I'll go back to my primary color. I can just paste it. Okay, so that's how that will work. Now, let's go back to typography. Now, go to primary font. The main font we'll be using for this website is Rope. Okay, this font is a very good, nice font. And I feel like yeah, I feel like we should use that one for the website, right? So let's go back and then let's go to main header. We can't really edit much here because we don't have like a menu or anything. Okay, so once we are creating our menu, then we'll actually edit this. Same for the footer. We've not created our footer yet. Then the SEO settings, this one is it's advanced. We don't really need that. We go to social networks. You can put in your social links, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or any of them. You can enter them there. Then here you can choose. You can decide how pages to classify. So for the single page title, we don't want to show page titles. You can go to what do you call it, blog page. Okay, then you can disable the page title as well. And then for the single post and for the rest, you can just do the same thing, right? So when we actually create these trips and archives, then we can come here and start editing so that we can see live changes as they go. You can go to menus. We don't have any pages yet, so we can't really create a menu yet. And then there are widgets you can add to the sidebar and to the footer. And once you go back, there is the homepage settings. Okay, so you can go I'll show you a little bit about this later, right? And you can add custom CSS if you want to change something up yourself. All right, now let's go back and click on publish to save our changes. Then now we can leave here. All right, now that we've gone through the theme, let's do one important thing. Let's go to pages. Okay, then we'll go to all pages. Okay, then here, as you can see, we have so many pages here. They have been added by the WP Travel Engine plugin. All right. So if we click on add a new page, we want to add in our home page. That's the page we want people to see when they search for our website. So here, let's type in home. Okay, and then I will go to templates here, and here I'll select Elementor full width. Okay, once I do that, I have my page ready to go. So I'm just going to click on publish. All right, so I click on publish, and then let me open this in a new tab. We'll go back and view it later, and then go to settings, and then go to reading. Okay, go to reading, and then here your homepage displays, and as you can see here, it says your latest post. So if I was to open this link in an incognito window, you are going to see that when someone searches for a site, it's going to open like this. It's going to be the post page, but we want it to be static page, which is our home page. Here we'll select a static page, and then here we'll select home. All right, so we'll click on save changes, and then once we do that, if we go back to the incognito window and we refresh, everything should be changed. Yeah, I suspected this will happen. So we didn't do one thing. Once we've made this change, we have to click on this caching icon and click on purge. Or if you don't purge all your changes, you're going to be using old caches and displaying it to people when they search for us. You don't want that. So now if I go back here and then I refresh again, as you can see, now we are looking at our home page. Okay, so this is very important. Now let's go to the main star of the show, the WP Travel Engine plugin. I want to show you guys how to create your first trip. So I'm going to be using a demo trip in the demo site that we built. So let me show you what that looks like. All right, so as you can see, this is what a trip looks like. This is the demo website, by the way. Okay, so I came here using that search parameter search on the homepage. All right, so this is what the slider looks like. If you click on gallery, you're going to see multiple images for the trip over here. Okay, I'll show you where to get these images. And here you have the title of a trip with the length of the trip. Then you have the price for adults, children, and teens. Then you have the discounts here. We have trip facts. Okay, so there's a 5-star hotel. The best season is summer, and then all other facts. You can check availability, and you can send a message if you need help. And more trip facts here. There's a description. We have the overview, the itinerary, the course, the FAQs, and then a map. And lastly, you have an inquiry form and then related trips. Okay, so that's what single trip page looks like. We are going to create our first trip right now. So let's go back to that page. This is it. So here we'll click on trips. And before we create our first trip, I want us to create destinations, activities, trip types, and difficulty. Okay, these are all categories that we can create now, and it's going to make our process of creating the trip easier. Okay, you see that a bit later in the video. So first things first, let's click on destination. Okay, and the first destination I want to add is Iceland. Okay, so I'll type in Iceland. Then there's a slug. Let me close this from here. The slug is the URL friendly version of the name. So we'll do that in small letters, Iceland. Now for the description, you can type in your own description if you like. But for me, I'll just go to destinations here. Okay, and then here I can find Iceland, so I can click on it, and then this is the description. So I'm going to copy it here. I'm going to go back to that page here, and I'll just paste in the description over here. All right, now you can add in a short description if you like, but here I'll just click on add image to add a picture for the destination. And I think it's this one. Yeah, this is Iceland. Okay, so I'll click on choose image, and then the image is here. Right, so once I do that, I can just click on add new destination, and it's going to add a destination over here. The count stands for the number of trips that's under this destination here. So you can create other destinations if you like. I can, for example, maybe I can type in Greece. Okay, a slack, so I can type in Greece, and then for the description, I'll go back to the site, and I'll click on destination to go to the destinations page, and I'll go to Greece. I'll just copy that description from there. I'll come back to our site. I'll paste it in here, and then I'll go back here again, and I actually want to see the image. Okay, so it's this one. So I will click on add new destination. Sorry, let me click on edit. I forgot to change the image. I'm sorry. So here I'll click on add image. Okay, I'll click on add image here, and then I'm going to scroll down. Okay, so if this Iceland one, I'm thinking, like, you can choose any image out of the images that I've provided if you like. But because I'm not really okay, fine, we can search. So I'll search for Greece. Yeah, so this is the one here. So I'll click on choose image, and now I've changed the image. All I have to do is click on update, and I've added this destination. So give me some few minutes to add more destinations, and then we are going to continue there. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've added a total of 6 destinations over here. So if you want to add a destination based on what your travel agency offers for each trip, just type in the destination name, type in the Slack. That's the same name as the destination but in small letters. It's used for the permalink. Then type in the description, add an image, and click on add new destination, and then it'll be here. You can click delete to delete it. You can click on view to view it, and then you can also click on edit to edit some of the details about it, right? So if we want to view it, it's not really going to show anything because we don't have any trips under it. Okay, so the next thing we'll be creating is activities. So I'm going to click on activities. All right, so as you can see, this is the activities page. Now under these trips, there are some multiple activities. If I go back to the demo site, under activities, you see that we have beach yoga, cultural tours, hiking, hot air balloon, and all these other activities are there. So they are under the trips, and customers can search for different trips based on these activities. Okay, so for hiking here, you see we have these destinations under hiking, this price range, this duration. Then we have multiple trips which have the hiking activity here. All right, so let's go back to our page, and the first activity we'll be creating is hiking. Okay, and then here I'll just type in hiking as the slug. Let me go back to our page and I'll click on activity so that we can view all of them here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the hiking activity. So I'm going to just copy the description over here, and I'll come back here to paste in the description. Okay, now you can add an image if you like. So in the images I gave you, there should be a hiking image. So just go to search media and then type in hiking. Okay, type in hiking, and then you should see this one here. So click on choose image and it's going to be added. All right, so click on add new activities. Then the next one we'll be adding is let's look through. The next one will be, let's say, the hot air balloon, right? So I will copy the title. Sorry, and I'll go back and I'll just paste it in. For the slide, it will be in small letters, hot hyphen air hyphen balloon. Okay, then I'm going to copy this description and I'll go back and then I'll paste it here. Balloon is double O. Now I'll click on add image. All right guys, so over here I'm just going to scroll down until I see this one here. It says hot air balloon. All right, so I'll choose the image and then we have our next activity. So I'm going to add in the rest of the activities. Give me a few minutes and then we'll be back with you. All right guys, so as you can see, these are the activities that I've added: beach yoga, cultural tours, hiking, hot air balloon, wildlife photography, and everything. You can make it a featured activity if you like, and the count represents the number of trips that are under this category. Now let's go and create trip types. So trip types can be either adventure tours, luxury escapes, romantic getaways, or family friendly vacations, or it can even be a child friendly trip type. Those are what trip types are. So if I click on trip types on the demo website, you see all the trip types that we have. Okay, so the first one is adventure tours. So I'll click on this to view it, and I'm going to copy the title. Okay, I'm going to paste it here, and in the Slack I'll type in adventure tours. Okay, so there should be a hyphen. Then I'll go back, I will copy the description, come back here, and I'll paste it, and I'll add the image. So the image for, let me search. If I I type adventure, will I get the image? I don't think so. Okay, actually it came. Okay, let's just choose it from here. This one, adventure tours here. So I'll click on choose image, and I'll click on add new trip type, and it's going to be added over here. So the next one is family friendly vacations. So I'll click on view all. Okay, then I'll copy the heading, and I'll go back, or I'll copy the name, and I'll type it in here: family friendly vacations, right, with small letters and hyphens. And I'll go back, I'll copy the description, come back here, and I'll just paste it. For the image, I'll click on add image, and the image which was used over there, let me check if I will see it. Yeah, it's this one, family vacations. So I'll click on choose image, and then now it's added. All right, so if I click on add new trip type, it will be added over here. So I'm going to add the remaining two, and then we'll get back to the video. All right, so as you can see, I'm done creating the trip types. Now it's left with difficulty. They already have some pre-made difficulty categories for you, like easy, extreme, hard, and medium. You can edit these if you like. So when you click on edit, you can edit the name, the slug, the description, and you can add an icon. So if you have any icon here presenting easy or difficult or hard trips, you can add them. Okay, now let's go to tag, and then the tags, we have these three for now: the private tours, the guided tours, and then the group tours here. Okay, now that we have all these done, now we can add our first trip. So let's click on add new trip over here. All right, so now this is what the add a trip page looks like. So let me get the title of the trip we'll be using. So this is it: Majestic Wonders of Iceland 7-day adventure. So I'll copy it, I'll come back, and I'll just paste it in. That's our title. Now you can add in a description here, you can add in an image, a heading, a gallery. Sorry, you can add in anything here, right? So let's go back and see what's on our site. So here we have, I'll show you how to add this a bit later. All right, so here we have this description. So I'm going to select everything and right click and copy it. Now go back to our site here and I'll just paste it in by using Ctrl V on my keyboard. Once I do that, we have our description in. So now the trip code, every trip should have a unique code that represents it when it's being bought or when you as the administrator are identifying it. So every trip has a unique code. Now the trips can have a duration. So you can set this duration either in days or in hours. Okay. So if it's duration for days, I want 7 days, 7 it can be something like this. Now, cutoff time. So the cutoff time, how will I explain this? If you set the cutoff time to 2, okay, so the cutoff time is 2 days. That means that after 2 days, the trip cannot be booked again. If you set it such that the trip should be booked 2 days before the start date, then 2 days is the cutoff time. So that's what that means. Okay. So I'll make it the cutoff time 2 days, but you can also set it in hours. You can set the minimum and maximum age for this trip. The minimum age will be 5. The maximum age will be like, let's say, 90. Okay. You can also set minimum and maximum participants for the trip to come on. So if you want this, you can do it. It's optional. Now let's go to date and price. Okay, so here we have packages. All right, so let me click on add a new package, and then if I go back to our site over here, and then I click on check availability right now, so check for the available days for the trip, right? And I click on continue. You see that we have something called the Majestic Wonders of Iceland package. Okay, so this is a trip package, and it has adult, children, and teens inside with all their prices. So this is the date and this is the price. Okay, so and that forms the package. Now let's go back. So I want to call this basic trip package. All right, call this basic trip package. And then here I have the adults. Okay, so we can set the price for the adults to the regular price for adults is, let's say, maybe 2,000 cedis. Let's make it like 5,000 cedis, right? Then the pricing can be per person. So this amount we charge per person or per group. So we'll leave it on per person. You can have a sale if you like. So a sale can be when you are running a promotion or something, and you take some amount of money off the original price. You can run a sale. So just put in 4,000 here. So this is the sale price. So you can have minimum participant and then maximum the minimum participants for adults and maximum participants for adults. You can have that there, right? So it's optional. If you like, you can do it. If you like, your own choice. Now here we have children, right? So for children, let's say we want to make it free, right? So free per person, minimum children. It's okay if there are no children on the trip. Then we can have maximum participants for children as unlimited, right? So now let's go back here and okay, all of this is fine. You can add new pricing categories. Okay, so the pricing categories can be adult, children, teens, seniors, those things. If I click here, hold on, actually let me go to a new page, a new tab, okay, so that I can show you how to add a new pricing category. Let me click on pricing categories here. Then now that I'm here, you can see we have adult and then child. Okay, so me too, I can add my own called teens, and the Slack can be teens. Okay, and you can add in a description if you like. You can set it as a primary pricing category. So if it's checked, that means that if there's nobody on this price category, you'll not be. I think the trip will not be able to be booked. Okay, so if checked, this category will be treated as a primary pricing category in packages, and the trade price will be the price of this category, right? So we'll not set this as primary. The age group is from 13 to 19, right? So here we'll click on add new pricing category. And once we do that, all we'll have to do, go back to our page here. Let me save the draft. Okay, I'll save a draft and I'll refresh the page. As you can see now, we have things over here. Okay, so I can select it, select the regular price for things as 2,000. I can add in a sale price if I want to or if I don't want to. Right, so I can make it 1,000. Then you can leave the minimum and maximum participants if you like. You can also set up partial payments, but like I said, it's part of the extension. So once you buy the premium plan from WP Travel Engine, you get access to all of these extensions and then you can use them the way you like. Okay, now let's go to overview. Let's go back here. Let me close this page and I'll close here up. And as you can see, we have this section with overview here. So I can do something. I can copy it. Okay, I can go back to the site here and I'll just paste it. So sorry, the section title with overview. Okay, or you can make it anything you like. And I'll paste in the trip description over here. Okay, now there's trip highlights. If I go back to our page, there's a section for trip highlights or trip facts. Okay, so for the trip highlights, let me show you how you can add them. Let's go up back here. Okay, so trip highlights. Let's go back, and then the section can be called highlights. So let's call it highlights like this, and then we'll click on add trip highlights. So now, if I go back, I'm going to copy the first trip highlight. Now go back. So the trip highlights are like important things to note about the trip. So some things you'll be doing, the things you'll be seeing here. So those are like the trip highlights, the main thing to attract you to the trip. So I'll add a new highlight over here. Okay. Let me add this one as well. Paste it. You can click on this to add another one. So I will copy this one, go back to the site and then paste it in. I'll add another one, copy this, go back to the site, paste, and I'll add the last strip highlight here. Then I will just paste. Now the overview section is done. Okay. Sorry, the title is gone for some reason. Let's go and add it back. Okay, so I'm going to copy the title. I'll go back and paste it here. And I'll add the description. Okay, so let me copy the description. And I'll go back and I'll paste this. Now the next thing to add is the itinerary. Okay, so let's go to itinerary. And then the main question here is what's itinerary? Alright everyone, so now itinerary is a detailed plan or schedule of activities for a trip, outlining what you do, where you go, and sometimes where you stay on each day. It provides a clear structure for the travel experience and it helps travelers to stay organized. So that's what it is. So for the section title, we can just name it itinerary, and then over here we'll click on add itinerary, and then this for day one. Okay, so for day one, then you can add in a title. So for me, this is the title over here, and then you can just go back and then paste it in here. Okay, so once you add your title, then you can add a description. Okay, so I think for my site I didn't really add any descriptions, but if you like you can add descriptions for it. Okay, so now that you've added your first itinerary, you can add another itinerary, and that will be for day two. So let's get the title. So this is the second title for the day two, so we'll copy it, then we'll come back here and then paste in the itinerary title. Then we'll click on add itinerary again, name it day three, and then we'll just paste it in. So this can be the structure for what they'll do on day three, where they'll stay on day three, things like that. So when you are setting up your itinerary, that's what you'll be doing. Okay, and I advise that you add descriptions with every itinerary title. You know, this is just a demo site, but if you're actually creating your trip, you should obviously add descriptions for each of your itineraries. All right, so that's how you create the itineraries, and that's basically what the itinerary section is about. Now let's go to includes excludes. Right, so over here the title is cost. Okay, so here it says included excluded, so that's the title, I think. Yeah, so I'll go back and then I will put it here. Okay, so for the cost includes, the title here is cost includes. Okay, so these are some services or some features that are going to be included in the amount of money you pay for the trip. Okay, so if you go back here, Here it says accommodation, so accommodation is included, so we can paste it. And then it says transportation, so transportation is included, so we'll paste it. It says meals, so this can be based on your travel agency and how much you can provide, or how what exactly is included in the payment cost. Okay, so it also includes entrance fees, and then lastly, let me go to the last line. Lastly, it includes some additional perks. All right, so now let's go to the cost excludes. Here we can just type in cost excludes, and then we'll go back, and then cost excludes flights, so we can paste in the flight. It excludes meals, so we can paste in the meals. Excludes personal expenses, so we'll just go and paste that in. Then it says optional activities, so we'll paste that in, and let me just use visas here. Okay, so use visas, and then this is what you can do for the cost includes and excludes. All right, now let's go to trip info, and now for trip info we can call it maybe trip facts. Okay, trip facts. So if we go back here, let me see, it's not here, but it will be here, this one, trip fact. Okay, so what we can do here is that we can go back, and then here you can select a trip fact. So you can either select an accommodation, admission fee, arrival city, best season, Wi-Fi. You can select all these facts. So let's say I select accommodation and click on add facts. So now you can enter anything. So here it says 5-star hotel for accommodation, so I'll paste that in and click on add fact. It said fact already added. Oh, okay. So now I will go to best season, and I'll click on add fact, and then I'll select summer, June to August. Okay. So you can add some facts for your trip if you like. The next one here is language. Okay. So here I'll look for language, and I'll click on add fact. And here this says English Icelandic. So I'll copy it and I'll paste it in here. And then the next fact is maximum altitude. So I think that's how high you go, sorry. So I'll select maximum altitude, and click add fact, and I'll paste this one in. The next one is arrival city, right? So arrival city, I'll click on add fact, and then I'll paste it in. Okay, then let's see, do they have insurance coverage here? They do, so I'll click on add fact, and then I'll select the covered 10%. And then here we have meeting points. So let's see if we have meeting points over here. Meeting points, yes. We'll click on add fact, and this says what? A restaurant. So they'll meet at this restaurant. We have minimum age and maximum age. So let's see. We have minimum age here. No. So these are, I think, facts that I added by myself instead of adding them from here. So if you want to add your own facts to the trip, let me show you how you do it real quick. So let's go back. Okay, so let's go back. Now over here, we are going to go to WP Travel Engine. Okay, so click on this and click on settings at the side. So click on settings, and then what you are going to do from here is that we are going to go to trip info over here. Okay, so we select trip info, and then you see that we have we have all of these ones here. So we have free cancellation guide, hotel transfer, insurance coverage. We have everything over here. And we also have minimum and maximum age here. So I think it's just me who didn't look for it. But you can add all of these over here. And you can even add your own. So if you click on add info, then you can add your own trip facts over here. Okay. So now I'll delete that, and let me go back to the page here, and then here I'll click on trip info, and then let me search for the minimum and maximum age here. Okay, so it looks like it's not here, so let's go back to that page and go to the top. So this is it here, the minimum and maximum age. So what I'm going to do is that I will disable it and click on save settings, and I'll enable it again. Okay, I'll enable it again here, and then once it's done, I'll just click on save settings again. You can see it says settings updated successfully. Now let's go back to our site again. Okay, so now we have all our trip info ready to go. Now let's go to gallery. Okay, so you can add in a video gallery either using a YouTube or Vimeo video URL, or you can add in an image gallery. So Let's click on add image, and the images at the, let me close this, the images at the demo site are this one, this, and this. I think they are like they are quite a lot. Okay, so I'm going to select some random images. So I'll select this one. I will select this one. Okay, I'll select this one. Okay, so hit control on your keyboard so that you can select multiple images like this. Okay, now click on use this media. Now it's going to add all these images to the gallery. So as you can see, we have this image here. Sorry, I accidentally deleted it. Let me add it again. All right, so now that all the images have been added to our image gallery, we can go to map. Okay, so we can enter the map section title as map normal, because when we go back to our page, we have map here, and you can add in an image if you like for your map, or you can add in an iframe code. How does that work? Let me show you. Open a new tab. Okay, and then in this new tab, type in Google Maps. Okay, type in Google Maps, and then select Google Maps. Now you should have the location of your destination in your head. The location here is this location for me. It has a weird name. So let me go back here, and I'm going to search for it. Okay, so this is the destination here. So I'll select it. All right. So now that this destination has been brought here, I can click on share. Okay, and then I can click on embed a map, and then you're going to see the iframe code over here, whether medium or large or small. You can select the size, and you're going to see the iframe code here. So click on copy HTML and go back, and then just paste it in. Paste the iframe code in. Now we can go to FAQs, which are the frequently asked questions. And then over here, we can add in frequently asked questions, basically. So here, I'll type in the name as FAQs, and I'll go back to our page, and then this is the FAQ section. You see that there is a answer to the question over here. FAQ stands for frequently asked questions. So what I can do here is that I can actually just let me see. I can actually just copy the title, okay, and I can go back to this page. I can click on add FAQ. I can paste in the question, click on the plus button, and then all I have to do is just copy everything, go back, and then just paste in the answer here like this. Okay, so this is my first question, and this is the answer. So I can add in another FAQ over here. It says when is the best time to make this trip. So I can actually just, I'm coming, I can actually just copy this title from here like this. Now I'll go back to my page, I'll paste it in as the question, then I'll expand it, select everything here, I'll copy it, I'll go back, and then I'll just paste it in. Okay, so this is the next FAQ. So let me add in another one, and this says, do I need any special activities, special equipment for the activities? So I can copy that as the question and paste it in, and I can expand this, and I can copy everything as the answer and then paste it in. So if you know that for your trip there's going to be some frequently asked questions, you can do that. So this says, can I see the northern lights on this trip? So I'm going to paste it in. The northern lights are very beautiful, by the way, and I'm going to copy everything, go back, and then just paste in the answer here. Okay, so that's how you add frequently asked questions. File download, this is a premium extension. Extra services to is a premium extension, like additional services like supplementary room, hotel upgrade, airport pick and drop, and extras. Custom booking link to is an add-on as well. So let's go to short codes, right? So this is for the trip info or trip facts. So with these short codes, it allows you to display the separate trip facts on any page or on any post. All right. So to display trip info in post pages and tabs, you can copy this short code, right? You can also do it for the video gallery, the map, and then the tour map. So now we'll go here, okay? We'll go on top to the middle here. So let me actually put my cursor here and then hit the enter key here. All right, now click the plus button, and then what I'll do is that I'll search for short code over here. Then I'm going to paste in the short code for the trip info here, and I'll click on set featured image over here. because we need a featured image for our trip, right? So we want to set a featured image. So let's say I select this as our featured image. All right, so this will represent our trip. Now let's go to destinations, and here we can select Iceland. It's going to make it easier, as I said earlier. Activities, we can select hiking, hot skiing and snowboarding, beach yoga. We can go to trip type and then select all of these. We can go to tags. If you want, you can add a tag, and then for the difficulty, I can make it like medium. All right. Now that that's done, all I have to do is click on save to save my trip, and now everything is done. So let me click on this to go back to this page. Okay, then here I'll right click on view and open the link in a new tab so that we can view our trip. And as you can see, this is the first trip that has been created. So we have the trip facts here, we have the description, we have everything about the overview, itinerary, the course, the FAQs, and then the map over here as well. Then let's go back, and then we have the inquiry form. And as you can see, we have the trip facts at the starting section because of the short code that we use. But then if we go back, if you go back to our site here, you can see that we have the trip facts, and then we have the cost at the side here. Okay, so we have some other things that are not showing. So let me show you how we can get them to display. Go back to WP Travel Engine, and then here click on settings. Okay, click on settings, and then once you are here, go to display, click on display, and then click on single trip. Okay, click on single trip, and then the show booking form should be enabled. All right, now the inquiry form, this can be default. Here select make tabs sticky and scrollable. Okay, here click on this to show the trip info on the sidebar. All right, and then here click on show trip infos on sidebar, and don't click on the content on don't click on show trip infos on main content, because we already have that using the short code there. The trip duration is in days, and I think everything is fine here. So let's go to the top, and we want the booking. So let's go through. We want the booking form to be enabled. Let's see. Okay, so this one, okay, let's leave this one the way it is. If you have any WhatsApp, you can show it if you want to link your WhatsApp number. So for now, let's click on save settings, and then what we'll do is that we'll go back to our page, we will refresh it, and then you're going to see that now let's see if some things have changed. All right, so nothing has changed. We have to go back here, click on this, and then click on purge all to purge all our changes. That's very important, so that now when we go back and then we refresh the page, we'll see that now we have the trip fact at the side, we have the trip facts here, and then everything is good to go. So the last thing that's left is this availability form over here. Okay, so to add that, let's go back to display and select single trip, and then this layout, I think this one is fine, the default is fine. Okay, so let's enable the compact layout here, and then let's see here, let's click on save settings, and then here we'll click on purge all. All right, we'll click on purge all to purge all our changes. Then we'll go back to that page, we will refresh the page, and as you can see, now we have our trip over here with this booking form as well. So you can click check availability, and then you see that we have these days, and then this is the basic trip package. Okay, so when you click continue, then you see adult, child, and then teen. So you can choose how many you want, and then you can proceed to check out. All right, so now there's one thing I wanted to show you guys. Let's go back here. All right, and then okay, actually let's go here, and then let's click on edit trip. Now once we are here, scroll down to find date and price. Okay, and then click edit pricing and date. Make sure that you fill this in, or else that tab is not going to come. All right, now let's go to date. By default the trip can be booked throughout the year, but if you want to set this trip only to be booked within a specific amount of days or dates, then you have to download the fixed starting date extension, but that extension is also a premium extension, right? and it's part of the plan. So if you buy the plan from them, you're going to get all these extensions and add-ons for free. All right, now let's go to general, and you can add a short description if you like as well. When you click on save, everything will be done so that you are going to have your first trip created. I hope you guys understand, the whole trip creating process, creating your taxonomies, getting the trip title, creating the gallery, creating your overview, itinerary, and everything. I hope you guys truly understand everything. If you have any questions about this process, you can just leave it in the comments, and I'll be sure to get back to explain everything to you. Now, I want to take you guys through some of the WP Travel Legend settings before we start building our site. So let's go back here, and then first things first, we'll go to General, and then we'll go to Pages. Like I said, you want to leave these pages the way they are because they are set up by default, right? But if you want a new, let's say you want a new user dashboard page, right? So you would go to pages and then you would add a new page. So let me show you how that will work. Let's go to all pages and then open the link in a new tab. All right, so now we are on the pages page over here, and then there is already a user dashboard created, but I kind of want to show you how it would be like if you were creating your own. Okay, so you would click on add new page. Okay, so when you click on that, it's going to take you to the that editor to add your page. So I can call this user dash. Okay, so if you want this to be your new user dashboard, just go back and then copy this short code. Okay, copy the short code and then go back to that page, click on the plus button here and then click on short code, paste it in and then click on publish. Okay, so if you want to create any of these pages custom by yourself, you need to create the pages and then enter the short code. So now if we click on view the page, as you can see, now we have this page we've created as our user dashboard. So now let's go back to the pages section. Okay, and then I quickly want to delete this page because we are not using it. So I'll click on trash. Now I can close this up, and then now we are done with this section. Now let's go to trip tabs. So we have overview, itinerary, course, dates, FAQs, and map. You can add your own tab if you like, because if actually, let me show you what that looks like. Okay, so let's go to trips over here, and then we are going to select the trip we just created and then click on view. All right, so what they are talking about is this section over here. So you can add your own tabs if it's necessary to you, and then you can select icons for them if you like. You can search or select from this large list of icons here. All right, now let's go to trip info. Remember that in the earlier sessions we were adding, arrival city, best season, language, maximum altitude, and those things. You can add your own input or facts. Okay, so when you click, you would add the name, add the icon, select the type, okay, and then select in and type in whatever you want to type in at the placeholder section. Right, now let's go to global trip highlights. So if you go back to this page, there are some highlights over here for this specific trip, but if you want to create a few highlights for each and every trip on your site, then you can add in the global trip highlights over here. All right, now let's go over to emails and let's go to admin email. In the setup wizard, we already set this up. So here we have admin notification, booking notification. Here we have what the booking notification email will look like. So you can click on add media to add an image of your site, right? So here this says new booking. So what I can do is that I can hit the enter key, right? And let's see this section. I want to add the logo for our platform or for our website. So I'll just click on add media. It's going to take me to my media library. And here I'll click on insert into post, right? So now we have the image here. I can click on edit. I can change the size and everything from here. And then that's how that will work. Okay, so we have this here. Then you have new booking. They have the booking trips count and then everything. So you have name, email, billing address, everything here. Okay, then we have the site name at the bottom. You can preview the template. So as you can see, this is what it's going to look like. All right, so let me close this. You can get someone or you yourself, you can sit down and add colors, and actually, because if you click on this, you can add colors and everything. So you can sit down and actually tweak this to make this look very nice. All right, so payment notification subject, right? So if someone pays for a booking and the site is sending you an email, then this is going to be the subject for that email. And then this is for the payment notification, right? So this one is also to the admin to tell them that a payment has been received for the booking. So this is what that email will look like. And if you want to tweak or add more to this email, then all you have to do is come back to the tags. So the name will show you what the buyer's name is. Full name is for the buyer's full name. And then you can use these tags to create your own email here. All right. So that's how that will work. Now let's go to customer. All right. So over at the customer section, here we have the customer notification. So you can turn it off if you don't want to send email notification to customer, but I'm sure you do. So for the from name, you can use it as your company's name. Mine is Travella. You can have a company email and put it here. And then you can change the subject. So if the order has been placed, you can send it to them, and this will be the subject of the email. And this is the email structure. You can preview the template, and this is what it will look like. And then this for the purchase receipt. In case they've paid and it has been confirmed, the site can also send them a purchase receipt. And then you can use these tags to create more emails. All right. Now let's go to inquiry emails. Okay. So notification emails can be this. If you want to add more, so I can add in a comma with no spaces and add in the second email I want the inquiries to be sent to. So the email subject can be inquiry received, right? So customer inquiry notification should come, show inquiry form, and then show powered by link. Okay. So you can turn this off to hide the powered by link if you like. Here we'll click on save settings, and then we can go to test email. So here you can make them send a test email to any of your emails at your inbox if you like. Now let's go to display, and let's go to single trip. When we create multiple trips, then we will come and change the trip card listing, the trip archive, and everything. So here over here we have what the pricing widget layouts will look like for smaller devices. All right, so either it's normal, is compact, or is breeze. Okay, so breeze looks pretty modern and cool. So here I'll go with breeze. You can add in a compact layout, and it will make the models above on compact devices to take less space. So inquiry info. Okay, so you want an inquiry form, and I think when we scroll down, this is what they are talking about here. Okay, the inquiry form. Now let's go back, and then here you can show WhatsApp if you want to link your WhatsApp number. All right, here it says make tabs sticky and scrollable. All right, so let me show you what that means. If you go back to our site here, okay, these are the tabs as you can see. But when we scroll past the tabs, now they become sticky. We can use that for navigation. All right, now over here is for related trips section. Once we create more trips, you are going to see that at the bottom here, those related trips are going to show. Okay, so they can either be 3 or 4, whatever number you choose, and you can choose the number to display over here, and you can make them either related by destinations. So they are related by those related by destinations to show, or by activities. They will all show at the bottom there. You can choose any of these. Okay, and then there's you can select this to enable a new layout in that section, but we don't have multiple trips. So when you do that, you can enable map, wish list, everything on the related trip sections. All right, so you can choose image gallery autoplay. So once you enable this, the images at this gallery will be autoplaying. All right, and then you can change the trip duration to days or days and nights if you want to show it. So how we show it here, it shows days, but here you can make it days and nights, and it will show days and nights. All right, so you want to show the trip featured image, and you want to show the featured image in the gallery. Now we've not created our trip archive yet, okay, but actually let me see if I can show you guys what the trip archive will look like. So there should be something like trip search results over here. So if I click on view, this is something like what the trip archive is going to look like. Okay, so we have one trip that we've created here, and you can edit it based on these taxonomies. All right, so let's go back, and we want it to be a list. Okay, you can change it to a grid and click on save settings, and if I go back there and I give it a refresh, okay, it hasn't changed. So maybe it's not for this page, but we want it to be a list at all times. Okay, now show archives. You want to show the trip title. You can show the advanced search panel for smaller devices in archive pages if you like. And then let me save the settings for now. Yeah, okay, so now let's go to checkout. Right, for checkout, if checked, information of all travelers will be compulsory. Okay, so you can enable this. Okay, you can enable this if you want to show all the information of the travelers. You can show emergency contact details, and then once they've agreed, sorry, once the trip has been successfully booked, they will tell you to, this is the message that will come. Okay, so you can check your email for the booking and for the booking detail and everything. All right, now let's go to taxonomy. You can show taxonomy images in the taxonomy page. Okay, so here we have taxonomy image. You can enable this if you like, but okay, yeah, let's try that. So let's enable this and let's click on save settings. Then we'll go to trips and select destination. Okay, destination is also a taxonomy. Let me close this and then I'll come to this page, and then I'll go to Iceland and I'll click on view. All right, so once I view it, the image is not being shown, but it's a taxonomy. So I think it's because I've not purged all my changes. Let me purge, or it's either that or we've not enabled it to show images in the customizer. Okay, that could also be a reason why it's not showing. But I'll refresh it again, and I'm sure that now the error is because of the customizer. So we'll rectify that. All right, now let's go back here, and I think we were at labels. Okay, so the custom labels feature provides you with the flexibility to personalize static strings on your website. Okay, so if the default label is travelers, you can change it to travelers, and then you can change what text looks like. All right, now let's go to currency, and then let's select general, and then over here I'm just going to change it to the US dollar. Okay, so let me search for dollar. Yeah, the United States dollar, this one. So I'll select it here, and then you can add a thousands or a decimal separator if you like. So I'll save it. Now let's go to payments and let's go to general, and then you can enable debug mode. Okay, so debug mode will use sandbox accounts, I think, yeah, if available on the checkout page. All right, so default gateway can be book now, pay later, or bank transfer. This is the default one, or you can have multiple gateways. So book now, pay later, PayPal standard, check payment, and direct bank transfer. You can select all of these and then save changes. Then you can go to tax settings. If there are any tax you can add, you can, you can enable the tax here. You can add in a label for the tax. Maybe it's VAT or it's any tax that has to do with travel and tours. And then you can add the, you know, you can add the tax to the cost. Okay, so if it's exclusive of tax, that means you are going to pay this money separately. But if it's inclusive of tax, that means it's going to be part of the cost price. Okay, so I want to make my exclusive of tax, and then click on save settings, and then I'll go back to my site, and I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, I'm going to refresh this page, and then what I can do is that I can check the availability now. Let me just select this date. Now click on continue. I'll select one adult, and then here we have 2000 for the adult, right? So I'll click on proceed to checkout. Now once I do that, we have the trip code, and then we have the tax here. Okay, so this is the 15% tax, and this the value that I add. All right, so this is for the exclusive of tax, and then you pay this separately, and then you can choose whether you want PayPal or all these payment methods that we have set up. All right, now let's go back to our page here, and then you can make it inclusive of tax to be part of the, the total price for the trip. All right, now let's go to check payment. If you want it to be check payment, then you will need to add a description, a payment method to send a check to this store, this street, this town, and then the postcode. And then you can add in instructions for that. The same for the bank transfer, but you want to deposit it into an account. So you have to add an account, the account name, the number, the bank name, source code, IBAN, and then BIC or SWIFT. That's for the company's bank account, so that they can make these payments directly into your bank account and they would have paid for the trip. Or you can make it a PayPal ID, so you can paste in your PayPal ID here, and people can make payments right to your PayPal account. Okay, now let's go to dashboard, and let's go to user dashboard, and then here we want to require registration for booking. So before any customer can book any trip on your site, they must have registered by either creating an account or logging in. And we want to enable this so that customers can create new accounts on the my accounts page. And this one will generate a username from customer email and generate a password for them. That's not really necessary. Okay, if you want to enable social login too, you can, but you have to go through this documentation to get client ID and secrets for either Facebook, Google, or LinkedIn. All right. Now let's go to extensions. We have the trip search extension. So if you've paid and then you have, multiple of the extensions here, you view all of them here and view their settings here. All right, so you can show destinations, activities, trip type, tags, duration, budget, and everything here. Now let's go to performance, and here you can enable these. Okay, so this feature adds conditional loading of assets to improve the loading speed, and here we'll lazy load the media on your site to improve the performance of your site. Okay, so this is basically all the main settings for the WP travel engine, and this is how you can create trips for your site. Okay, so now that you've been able to create this trip, you'll be able to create multiple trips, and then you can edit it. You can even clone a trip and then use that trip to, make some few ticks to it, make changes, and then use that to create another trip for yourself. All right, now what I want us to do next is that I want us to start building our homepage. All right, I want us to start building our homepage. But before we do that, let's create a homepage first. All right, so we'll go to pages and then we'll go to all pages, and then over here when we scroll down, we are going to find home over here. So we'll click on edit. All right, we'll click on edit, and remember that for the page template, I made us select Elementor full with LA as we were creating it. So what we are going to do actually is that these pages that I've created on this demo site, I'm going to give them to you guys as templates that you can upload for each of the pages of your site. Because if I said I was going to build all these pages with you one by one, it's going to take, quite a long while. Okay, and I want the video to be not too long. I want it to be quite short. Okay, so here just click on edit with Elementor. Okay, you can click on leave, just click on edit with Elementor. Alright guys, so once you're here, this is what your Elementor page builder will look like. Okay, so this is the top bar where you can publish the changes you've made. You can preview your changes here. You can click on this to go back to your dashboard or view your history. And then here is where you can add in different elements to build your site. So when you add a heading, for example, each element has 3 sections: content style advanced or layout style advanced. Okay, so here you can change the content. Yeah, I can type in maybe welcome to travel or something like this. All right, and then here I can go to style, and then I can use this to change the style, to change the alignment. I can change the fonts from maybe the default fonts to one of my favorite fonts, Poppins, for example, like this. Right, I can use this slider to change the size here. Then I can change the weight to make it thin or to make it bold. All right, then I can I can make it lowercase, I can make it uppercase, or I can capitalize it. Okay, something like this. To take it back to number, I can just make it normal. The style, you can make it normal, oblique, okay, or italic. All right, so like this, you can change the style like that, and then you can add in an underline, line through. You can style up your text on Elementor. All right, then you can add in word spacing to space out the words, or letter spacing to space out the letters. Okay, so you can style your site very much with Elementor. Now, one main thing we should do is that we should go to page settings, and then we should go to style, and then we should make sure that our page color is white. Okay, make sure that this is white. Now I want us to upload the template. You can do it from here, but I advise that you open this in a new tab, okay, so that it takes you back to your dashboard. All right, so let it take you back to your dashboard. Okay, over here, then click on this, okay, to come back here. Now below Elementor you see template, so just select it. Okay, and what you can do here is that you can add in a new template. So let me quickly charge this one. Okay, and then here I can click on add new template, but one thing you want to do before you do that is you want to begin installing the plugins. So here I'll click on this mega element for Elementor, and then here I'll click on install, and then I'll apply it. Okay, so it's going to install that plugin, and then I'm going to go to plugins over here. Okay, I'll go to installed plugins, and then I'll go and look for the mega elements plugin. Okay, so let me look for the mega element, and I'll just click on activate. All right, because it has some very cool elements we can use. Now I'll go to templates, and I'll go to save templates again, and here just click on add new template. Okay, and then hold on, I'm coming. Click on import templates rather, and click on choose file. And if you go to the file that I gave you guys on my website, you see all these templates here. Okay, so what you can do is that we can select the home page first, and then we can click on import. Now you can see now the home template is here, so we can import another template here. So yeah, I'll click on choose file, Now select the about template and then I'll open it. Now click on import now for it to import to our website. All right, so as you can see, the about page has now been added. So the last one we'll add is the contact page. So here I'll just click on import template. I'll click on choose file, and I'll click on the contact template. I'll click on open, and here I'll click on import now. All right, now as you can see, the contact template has been added. And if we go to this page and I click on the contact page, I'm going to see that on this page here, there is a contact form here. Now there's a plugin that we need to install that will make that contact form work, and it's called Form. All right, so we need to install that plugin before we upload the template. I'm not going to be teaching you guys how to get the SMTP protocol working so that you can send and receive mails on your site, because that will make the video too long. But it's very necessary for travel and tours or for any website to have a system working where they can send and receive emails on their site. Okay, so if you go to my YouTube channel over here, yeah, and you scroll down, you're going to see that I have a video over here on it which will teach you how to send and receive emails on your site for your website for free. Don't forget to check this video out. All right, now let's go back here and then we'll go to plugins and we'll click on add new. All right, and then here just search for Form. Okay, type in Form over here, and as you can see, this is the plugin. So just click on install now, and then it's going to install the plugin to your website. Okay, so once it's here, all you have to do is activate the plugin, and then you are going to have Form active on your website. Now go back to the home page. Okay, let's go to the home page over here, and then let's refresh it. Okay, so that all the templates will now take effect, and then we can add it to the home page. All right, so once it loads up, if you want to upload your template, just click on this and then go to my templates over here. Okay, you're going to see all the templates you have. So this is the home page, so we'll just insert the home template. So give it a minute and it's going to insert the home template into your home page. All right, so as you can see now, the template has been uploaded. Let me just delete this real quick. And this is the template as you can see. So you have everything here, all the blogs that I created for the website. And you can click on them to edit each of them if you like. Okay, so I can click on this one, for example, and I can type in some text to change it. I can click on this, then change it. If I wanted to change the image here, I can click on the container, then I'll go to style, and I can change the image here. Wanted to change the background image, I can click on this, click on style, and then I can change the background image over here. If this is not enough for you, you can still be at my YouTube channel, and there are a lot of Elementor tutorials there that actually help you know how to build a solid website to attract clients. All right. Right now, this video is a bit too long, so I can't really go through Elementor in this video. All right, so here I'll just click on publish to publish the page. Now I can click on this to preview what the site looks like. As you can see, this is here. So let's do the same for the about and contact page. We'll go to dashboard here, okay, and then here we'll go to pages, okay, and then we'll click on add new page. All right, now once we're on this page here, I'll just type in about as the title, and then for the default template, I'll select Elementor full width. Then I'll click on publish to just save the page. All right, now here I'll click on edit with Elementor, and it's going to take me to the Elementor page builder so I can edit my page. All right, now that we are here, I'll just click on this and I'll go to my templates over here. As you can see, we have the about template, so I'll just insert it and I'll click on apply. Okay, and it's going to insert the template onto our site. Okay, so just give it a minute to insert everything onto your page. All right, now as you can see, the about page has been successfully loaded. Okay, so here we have everything about the about page. If you want to look at what it will look like, you can click on that button to preview your changes, and then here is the about page, so you can edit it up if you like. All right, now let's go back to dashboard and let's create the last page. So we'll go to pages here. Okay, then we'll click on add new page. Okay, then the next page we'll be adding is the contact page. So here for the title, just type in contact. Type in contact. And for the template, select Elementor full width. Don't forget to do this for all of the pages, or else the template will look some way. All right. Now publish the page. Okay, publish it to let it go live. And then here, just click on edit with Elementor so that we can upload our template. Now that the page has loaded, just click on this to upload the template. Now click on this to view your template, and then over on the contact template, just click on insert, and it's going to insert this template onto your page over here. Right, so as you can see now, the contact page has loaded. As you can see, we don't have the form here yet. So to get it, just search for met form, all right, and then drag it in here. Now click on edit form. Okay, click on edit form, and then here just enter any name. So I can type in form 1. All right, now I can click on edit form. Now what I like about met form is that it allows you to build standing contact forms for your website in the Elementor page builder. So it's the same drag and drop interface, which makes it very cool. Now here, we have a template for the contact form for you guys. All right, so but we've not uploaded it yet. So here's how you can do it. You can click on this and then go to my template. All right, then you can click here to upload a template and click on select file. All right, so once you do that, it's going to take you over to your file explorer where you are going to upload the contact form template from. And as you can see in the file, there's going to be a contact form template. So just select it and then click on open. All right, now once you do that, it's going to come over here. So here, all you have to do is click on insert. Okay, and once you click on it, it's going to insert the contact form template onto your site here. Now, all you have to do is click on update and close. Okay, so once you do that, you can see now you're going to have your contact form here, and then you can publish your page, and then now you're basically downloading the site. All right, so now the next thing I want us to do is to build our menu. All right, so here I'm going to click on exit to WordPress. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to, I'm going to go here. All right, so once I do that, now we have to add in a menu. So go to appearance and then click on menus, and now we want to add in some pages for our menu. So first, let's create the menu name. We'll call it main menu like this, and then here we'll click on create menu. All right, now the display location here, select primary. All right, and then now go to view all your pages. Add a home page, add the about page, add the contact page, and you can add in the destination, the activities, and I think there should be trip types. Yes, you can add in the trip types page as well, and then you can also add in a wish list if you like, and then you can add in the my account page. Okay, so add in all of these pages, and you can add in the rest if you like, and you can even add in the carts if it's necessary to you. So here I'll click on add to menu, and as you can see, I've added all these pages here. Okay, now what I'll do here is that I'll go over to destination. If I go to categories over here and I click on view all, okay, it's not over here, hold on, let me go to pages. So scroll up, okay, and then over here on screen options, enable destinations, activities, and then trip types. Okay, enable these ones. When you scroll down, you're going to find them here. All right, so what we'll do is that we'll just select destinations first. Okay, then you can select all of them here. Okay, you can click on view all and select all. So let's view all, and then we'll take everything. Then we'll click on add to menu. All right, when we add all of these here, then you are going to now drag them under the destination. So Canada, then Greece, then we'll do the same for Iceland, Indonesia, Japan, and then South Africa. Okay, so you add all of these under these ones, and then we can click on save menu. All right, now if you want to get a little brief on how it will look like, you can just visit the site right now. Okay, so when you visit your site, you're going to see that this is what it looks like over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have the menu. Now let's go back to our site. I can actually close these tabs because we don't need them again. Now let's do the same for I think the trip types. Yeah, probably to be the trip types. So we'll bring that above my account, then we'll go to trip types, then we can add all of these here. Okay, so we can click add to menu, and then we'll expand the trip types over here. Then we can drag the adventure tours, the luxury escapes, the romantic getaways, family friendly vacations, and then think I double added this one. Let me remove it. Okay, so that now we can have a sub menu for the trip types. And lastly is the activities, right? So for the activities, let's drag it, okay, below the trip types somewhere here, and then we can open the activities. Okay, and then here we can select all. We can use it to select all. Then we'll click add to menu. Then we'll start by dragging the beach yoga, the cultural tours, the hiking, then hot air balloon. Okay, so this one, then the skiing, and then the slow snowboarding, and then the wildlife photography. So we add all, we click on save menu, and then we are down building our menu. So let's go back to our site, and if we refresh this page, you're going to see that now we have our menu with all of this there. All right, so now let's come back. Let me actually close this page here, and then let's check if everything is intact. So we have the my accounts page and everything here. Good. Now we want to edit how the menu and everything looks like. So let's go to the customize page. So the customizer will allow us to edit how our menu looks. So now that we're on this page, we can start editing what this looks like. All right, so let's go back to our site here, and then as you can see, this is what it's looking like over here. Okay, sorry, no, this one rather, this is what it's looking like over here. All right, so now let's go back, and then we can actually edit the menu. Okay, so we want this to be the primary menu, and let's go back to main header here. Okay, then we can go to general settings, and the header should be boxed. Back on our site, the header is not sticky, so we can leave that. We should enable the header search. Okay, we should enable the header search, and yeah, that's okay. Now let's go to the navigation menu, and then we can increase the item spacing if we like. And then this is the drop down menu, right? So you can increase the width of the drop down menu, or you can decrease the width of the drop down menu. All right, so now let's go to contact information. We don't want to add any header button. Yeah, it should say my account. All right, my account, and we shouldn't have added it to our menu. Okay, we shouldn't have actually added it to our menu. All right, so to add a button URL, we can do one thing. We can open this link in a new tab. All right, and then what we can do here is that we can copy the link from here. Okay, so I'm actually going to copy this link, and I'll go back to my customizer, and then I will just paste in the button link here. All right, so then that's going to bring the button, I'm sure. And yeah, so now that makes everything way too long. Okay, so when we select it, we can actually edit the menu from here. So what we'll do is that we'll go to the my account, and then we'll just remove it. Okay, we'll just remove it, and then we'll have the wish list there, so that we can have everything looking like this. I'm going to publish the changes, and if I'll just close this. If I go back to our site, that's our main site over here. The items are black, and then the hover is blue. Okay, so let's go back here, and then I'm going to go to the top of the main header here. Okay, and then let's see, let me close this up, and I'll close this as well, and then we'll close the button as well. Okay, so now we're on the header width. Now let's go to the navigation menu. There's nothing we can really change there. We can change stuff for the header button though. Okay, so the background color, we can make that white. Okay, so we can select white from here, and then the text color too can be our blue color. Okay, but we don't have that blue color right now, so I can do one thing. I can use my color picker to get that color. So I'll select my color picker. I'll click on pick. Sorry, I'll click on pick, and then I'll move it here, and then select the blue color. I can copy that color, and I can paste it as the text color here. All right, now the hover color for the text is white. Okay, so yeah, you can leave that on white, and then the background hover color is the blue color, so we can also paste that in here when the harvest is like this. Now now that that's done, let's go back here, and then let's go to colors. Okay, now let's make the page like this. Let's go to colors, and then this says secondary color and then primary color. I think here everything is fine. Let's go back to general, and we can go to button. All right, now some of the buttons have this color. This is not the default color we want for our buttons. So the initial color, hold on, let's go to hover states rather. We can give it a hover color of this. Okay, so that by default our buttons will hover to this color, and then the border color too can be this color as well. All right, so that they'll be like this. And let's go to the button initial state now, and I can use my color picker as well to get the pink color that we've been using for this whole tutorial. And I will go to the background and I'll just paste it in. Okay, and then I can paste in this color as well for the border. Then we have our buttons ready to go. Now let's come back. Okay, and I think that's basically everything that we can do for now. I don't think there's any other thing that the team is going to allow us to do. All right, so now there's one more thing I wanted to show you guys about the menu. All right, so you know that this menu, if I publish our changes right now, okay, and then I'll refresh this page, it's not looking exactly like what we have on this site here. Okay, so if you go to the files that I provided for you, there are some custom CSS files over there that have some custom CSS that's going to modify the menu. All right, so let's go to additional CSS, and this is where we'll paste them. So here, just go to your file explorer, then go to the location where the files I gave you, you extracted them. Okay, they are going to find a certain file called CSS code. So just open it up and then select everything using Control A on your keyboard, copy it, and then you can close this up. Now I'm going to go back to my to the browser so that I can paste this in. So I'm going to go back to my browser here. Then I'll right click and I'll just paste the commands in. Okay, and as you can see now, the menu has changed. All right, so this is what we want for here. Now we can just click on publish. Okay, and then we can go to the new tab. You can give our site a refresh, and as you can see now, this is what it's looking like. All right, so well done. Now you are done building your very own travel and tour website. I hope you understand everything to this point. There is one more thing that I would like to, actually there are two more things that I would like to show you guys. Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard. Okay, let me actually close this up. Let's go to our dashboard, and I want to show you guys how to accept a booking. Okay, if someone has just booked something on your site, how do you accept it? Okay, so first of all, I'm going to right click and open this in an incognito window. All right, so now that I've done that, this is what the site is looking like. So let's say I wanted to book a trip, right? So let's go to destination here. Okay, I'll type in Iceland as my destination and I'll just search. Okay, so I'm going to click on this button to search for the trip, and as you can see, this is the Iceland trip over here. So I'm going to select it. Now let's say I want to book this trip, right? So I'm going to select it here. Now let's say I want to book this trip. I'll just click on check availability here, and I can book it for any of these days here. So I can book it for these dates and click on continue. Like I mentioned before, by default the trip can be booked throughout the year, but if you want it to be booked on specific dates, you have to download the fixed dates extension, and that will all be accompanied in the premium plan. Okay, all right, so here just click on continue, and then here I'm going to select one adult. Okay, and I'll click on proceed to checkout. Now over here they're going to ask me to log in or to create an account before I proceed. Okay, so here is login, but if you don't have an account, you can just click on sign up, and then here they're going to ask you to create an account. So let me create an account very quickly. I will name myself John. Okay, and then I'll name myself John Doe. All right, then my email address, I'll just enter it, and I'll just type in a password, and I'll click on sign up. All right, so once I sign up, now I'm logged into the website. So let me enter my details here. So I can just enter this one here, and then I'll choose. Here we have different payment methods. We have PayPal, bank transfer, and check payments like the way we set up. So I'll click on book now, pay later for now, and I'll click on check. I'll check the box to confirm these conditions. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to book now. Okay, so once I book the trip here, okay, actually, yeah, once I book the trip, they're going to bring me this message here. So as you can see, everything is here. Your booking order has been placed. Your booking will be confirmed after payment. Okay, so this is it. So I can go to my account here. Okay, I can click on that button to take me to my account, and as you can see, this is what it looks like. Here is the active booking, here is the recent booking, and the booking history. If I go to account, you can change your profile pic, first name, last name, and you can change your password. Now let's go to booking, right? I can click on this to view details of the booking, and then I can, okay, so as you can see here, it says pending, right? So now if the person has paid, let me go and show you how you, the administrator, will approve it. So here you go to the WP Travel Engine, then you go to bookings, right? Now once you go here, you're going to see that someone has made a booking. So if you want to change the status when the person has paid, you can just click on edit. Once you edit it, it's going to show you all the details basically about the booking that the person has made. All right. So over here, as you can see, these are the bookings. Now, if the person has paid, all I have to do is click here and click on booked. All right. Then I'll click on update. But there are some other status you can change. You can change to refunded, cancelled, and then not available. Okay, so I'm just going to make mine booked, and I'll click on update. So as you can see here, it says post updated. All right. So let me actually close this up, and then I will go back to bookings. Okay, when I go to bookings, as you can see here, it says booked. So I can go to coupons right now. Okay, sorry, I can go to customers right now, and as you can see here, we have a customer. I can go to inquiries, and if anybody has asked the question, it will appear here. Let me actually go back and show you how that will be like. Okay, so let me go to the site here, and then what I can do here is that I can click on view details again. Okay, when I view details, I will have to actually pay. Okay, so I can click on pay now, and when you do that, it's going to take you here. Then you choose the payments method, then you pay, and then when you pay for everything, then then the trip will be like for you now. Now everything, the whole status is going to change to booked. Okay. One thing you can also do as an administrator is that you can come back to here, go to bookings, and when the person has paid everything, you can edit it, and then you can change the paid amount to the total cost. So here I can actually type in 2,300. Okay, it's not allowing me to edit, so I think it will only work once the person has paid everything, right? So just don't forget to click on update or to update your changes. All right, now that that's done, I want to show you guys how to create coupons and everything. All right, so let's go to coupons, and then here I can click on add new coupon. Okay, and I can call my coupon 10 off, or I can call it 10 off. And then the discount type can be a fixed price of the initial price, or it can be a percentage. So you can enter a coupon code if you like. So I'll be like maybe trip sale code, something like this. Then over here you can add in a discount value. So I want to take 15% of the price. I can set a coupon start date and a coupon expiry date as maybe January 30th, and then you can choose certain trips you want coupon to be applied to. If you leave it blank, the coupon can be applied to all, and the usage limits you can make it 1. All right, so once you do that, you can just click on publish. Okay, now the coupon is active. So now if we go back to our site over here, okay, I can go back to that trip. So let me go back here, and I can click on view details. All right, now I can click on check availability over here. Then I can click continue. I can choose an adult. I can click proceed to checkout. And then here, the coupon code, I'll have to go back here to my site. Okay, then I'll copy this coupon code here. All right, now I will just go back to that page here, and I'll paste in the coupon code called trip sale code. I'll apply it, and as you can see, it said coupon trip sale code applied successfully. So it has taken 15% off, and now the price has reduced. Okay, so that's how you can create coupons for your website. Now the last thing I want us to do is I want to show you one last cool feature that WP Travel Engine have. Okay, so if you go back to your dashboard here, okay, let's go back to our dashboard one more time, and then we have one more plugin called the Demo Importer Plus. Okay, so what I'll do is that I'll click on begin installing plugin. To install that plugin here, I'll just click on install, and it's going to install the plugin for me. So now I'll just go to plugins over here, and I'll go to installed plugins. Okay, then I'll scroll down to oh, it's actually just here. So I'll just click on activate. Now, if you just want to learn how the BP Travel Engine works, but you don't have time to build your site, you just want something up and running real quick, you can actually go to appearance and then go to Travel Monster. Okay, so you can go to your theme over here, then you can go to starter sites. All right, now you come to view a lot of starter sites over here, so you can click on import starter sites with this button. Okay, so just click on import starter sites. All right, so as you can see, this is the page here. So we have this page, this travel monster theme. This is what I started with. It's a very beautiful theme that you can use for your site. You can actually click on preview, and it's going to open the site in a new tab so that you can kind of, get a good look at what the template looks like. As you can see, this is the travel monster theme here. Okay, so you can scroll down here. It says login, sign up, and then here it has the currency, and then here it has a lot of trips. So this is just a site that can help you get started, okay, so that you can just create something real quick. You can learn how to use the WP travel engine, and then you can quickly start building something for your site. All right, now let's go back. Okay, I'm actually going to close this, and this is basically what you can import. You can click on free to view only the free templates there. So once I click on I'll just select free, and then it's going to bring the free templates, but the free templates are not actually too many. All right, so this is the only free one that we have, and almost all are premium templates. Okay, so now let's go back to our dashboard lastly, and then let's take a look at what our site is looking like now. Okay, and then this is what our site is looking like now. So someone can just come to your site. They're going to find everything about your site over here. They can search for a trip over here. So when they click on search, it's going to take them to this search page where they can search for trips based on destinations, based on price ranges, duration, activities, trip types, and then tags, and then difficulty. Okay, so they can search for trips based on all of those categories. They can view the details of their trips as well. Okay, so when they view the details, it's going to take them to this page where they can view a little about the trip and everything, or what it looks like. Okay, they can go to their wish list using these pages on your site. You can click on explore trips, and then you can add trips to your wish list over here. All right, but if you want actually the wish list icon to display, I think you have to go back to the dashboard here. Okay, so let's go back here, and then we'll go over to the WP Travel Engine, and here we'll click on settings. All right, so let's click on settings. And then what you can do is you can go to display over here, and then you go to trip card listing, then enable the new trip layout. Okay, and then here just make sure everything is on, and then click on save settings. Now if we go back to our site and we give it a refresh, you're going to see that now we have the departure dates, we have the slider with the map icon, this new beautiful layout that you can use to display your trip. Okay, so you can just click on this to wish list a trip, and when you go to your wish list, now you're going to see that you have this trip over there. All right, so that's how that will work. Now let's say I wanted to book this trip, right? So I can click on view details, and then if I scroll down, we have a related trips you might be interested in section. All right, so let's go back to our dashboard. Okay, and then display, we can go to a single trip page, and then we should have the related trips. Okay, so we can change the title to check um out some popular trips. Okay, you can change the title to something like this. You can also enable the new layout for related trips as well. So you can click on save settings, and then we can go back to the site, and if we give it a refresh and then we scroll down to the related trip sections, now you see it has this new layout. Okay, so one thing we can do is that I don't really like the fact that the description and the difficulty is there. So we can go back to our site here, and then we can disable the difficulty and disable, okay, I don't think we can take away the description from here, or we can disable the tags. Okay, and now I'll click on save settings, and let me just go back. I will refresh the page, and then once I do that, you see that that thing is gone. All right, so once I do that, you see that that part is gone. All right, now we just have this ready to go. So this is another thing you can do. You can also have a beautiful related trip section for your site. All right, now let's scroll back up. So this is basically the site you've been able to build today. And one more tip I wanted to show you is you can go to a new tab, and then from the description of my site, just paste in this link. Okay, it's going to take you to the WP Travel Engine website. Okay, so once you are there, you can view this premium plans. I think they are going to really help you in running your travel business. Okay, so if you go to add-ons and you go to all add-ons here, I'm going to take you to a page where you can view all the add-ons that WP Travel Engine is providing. Okay, so as you can see, we have the trip fix starting date add-on, we have the group discount, extra services and everything. We have WooCommerce payments, so you can integrate more payment methods through WooCommerce. We have partial payments, that means they pay before, a little bit before, and then during the trip. And then we have trip reviews as well, currency converters, file downloads. These are, you should have so many more useful like plugins. All right, so let's say I wanted a trip fix date extension. I can click on view details. Okay, and once I click on view details, this is it. I can learn a bit more about the plugin, and then here I can just download it, and it's going to download it to my PC. That's if you have the premium plan. And if you go to design and you go to travel themes, you are going to see that these guys offer 5 major themes. So we have Travel Monster, there's Travel Booking Pro. You can view the demos of these themes. There's Travel Money, Travel Agency, and then Travel Tour. We have Travelscape. They have so many different, plugins out there. Okay, so if you wanted the pro version of the theme is going to let you actually fully get control over the customization of the site, so that you can actually customize it very well for it to become what you want for your site. So here you can just click on more details. Okay, and if you have the pro version and you click on more details, sorry, if you have subscribed to the premium plan, right, and you click on more details, you can just download the premium theme, and when you download it, you can upload it to your site. See, so here you can view some pros and cons with the free and pro version. The free version too is very good, but you can also use the pro version as well. So we can look at the plans that they have. So let's go to pricing. Okay, once you click on pricing, you see that they have development company here for 10 sites, user experience. So they are showing you all the add-ons you get, and then the themes you get. All right, and then this is the best selling one. Okay, so we have the $24 per month for one site, the travel agency plan. Okay, then we have the personal plan here, and we have the growth plan. So you can go through this, and then you can buy these themes. Okay, you can buy these plans for your site. All right, so now let's go back and view our website. And I would like to congratulate you guys for watching up to this point. I know it's not been easy, but now that we've come to the end point, you've seen that you've been able to build your very own beautiful travel and tours website that displays your travel and tours company. And also you also have a fully working system behind that, which handles booking, enquiries, coupons, customers, and all your different kinds of trips. You can add activities for your trips, destinations, trip types, and everything. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and before we continue, or before we close the video, I have some good news for you guys. I wanted to inform you guys that the channel now has an Instagram page, and it's called Young Dev J, because I'm young developer and I'm called Jason. Alright, so I'm going to link it in the description. You guys can reach me here by sending me messages. Okay, I'm very active on Instagram, so if you send me a message on Instagram with any problems concerning any of my videos, or if maybe you want me to do a video on a specific topic, or you have any idea, just leave the let's leave a comment down below, or just contact me on Instagram. I'll leave the link in the description so that we can get together and we can perform major projects. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching one more time. If this video helped you, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well, and put on the notification bell so that whenever I release any new video or any new thing, anytime it drops, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.